Alright guys, so today we are going to be trying out that new Zeon units equipment, or simply for the Zeon category. So this is probably the best I can do at the moment. I just don't have a lot of like decently good yours Xeon affiliated units. So if we do take a look at my box specifically, I just don't have that much. So let's filter by Xeon right here, and yeah, this is pretty much what I have. And there are definitely some that I could be using. Like we have the Zaku one with the big gun. I don't have this unit at a more decent level. Like I'm not even gonna bother with this at the moment. So we have that. What else are kind of good? Not really. So that's why I'm just gonna be using some of the SRs because they are decent as well. Definitely not a sleeper for sure. So when we do take a look at the full roster, let me just kind of quickly show you guys what kind of other option that we have that I don't have. They are the Xeon. So there's this version of it. That's the limited one. And then this is just out for this week, which that's kind of why they dropped that equipment, right? So this one is only good in space, ground, and water. This one is like, no, it's not good at all. The other honorable mention I feel like is definitely the Blue Destiny Unit 2. This one is definitely a really good candidate for sure. And some of the other one are just really good support. We have this as a good, obviously, that is not going to be dashing out any good damage. So even that equipment is not going to make it better. So yeah, Zeon is just a really limited tag. So, but without any further ado, we are going to try things out first. So as far as some of the unit, I'm not going to be using that designated equipment as of yet. I'm going to be trying out with some of the other options first, and then after that, we will be trying out the new equipment. I'll definitely have to say it will be better because of the fact that you are getting that damage cap increase, so it's definitely going to be helping out a lot of these units. For things like this Dom, for Shores Dom over here, we are using this one. This is literally the same things. This is for red mobile suits. So this one is 20%, stacking out to, you can get to 40, and then same thing as well. So for these two unit, we have this one, and then Johnny Rito's Galagu over here. I'm not going to swap those equipment for them. I'm just going to leave it as it is because they're literally the same thing. So ultimately, we are only trying a 4 unit with swapping equipment for them, and then we'll see just the result afterwards. Alright, so we are in. So I'm just going to be taking a look first against the double Zeta up here. So I'm just gonna put like that, and then the rest. Oh, we actually do have 3 that's gonna be up front. So pretty much 3 that are going to be bombardment, or 2 bombardment, and then we have 3 close combat. I was trying to see if I can find something that's for generic, so I at least have something in the middle ground. But I mean, like, we don't really have anything. So let's just kind of see on baseline for those 240 units what's going on. The Johnny Rito Zaku 2, is it Zaku 1 or Zaku 2, is simply to be a buffer, so at least we do have something going on. So I think ultimately we might fall short on the healing department because if we can't take care of this unit within a reasonable time frame, it could be problematic, right? So far, wow, yeah, we have Johnny Rito's Galagoons looking pretty nice right there, so I'll definitely take that. So I'm surprised it actually did fairly well in this one. I mean, granted, this versus against this Ray boss is definitely better for that Galagoo because being a bombardment against a tank is definitely the right selection right there. Even Dom's what is it? Rips Char's Dom is doing pretty good as well. All right, so we have that. The other unit aren't doing that bad as well. Like some of the SRs, they are pretty decent, right? So I think once we get them with that new equipment, we should be looking fairly high because they are getting some damage cap increase as well, and then some critical rate and critical attack up. That is gonna look fairly nice. All right, and we are done. So let me check out the timer, and then we use this one kind of as the baseline to compare with the new run. Alright, so total health is 70 million right there, and then let's take a look at our result. So we finished in 150 seconds, so that's actually pretty fast for this team. So definitely not bad right there. So I'm surprised that Char's Dom didn't really perform as good. Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more honestly, but yeah, let's just give it another shot. This time around we will use the other equipment for the other 4 unit, or specifically just the other 3, because Johnny's Saiku's not really like a damage contributor. It's much more to buff up the whole team being support. So I'm gonna change the equipment and then we will be back out again. Alright, so we are back out again. So I did change the equipment for the other 3 units. So let's just give it another shot. So I'm expecting a better DPS for a lot of these units, especially the last 3 on the row, because they did they have better stat now, right? This damage cap increase is definitely gonna be a lot more better, right? Let's just kind of see. So I think we'll definitely use the timer as the judgment to see is it better in a way, but I'm definitely sure that it should be. But man, imagine they're, like I said, imagine if they drop this for, let's say, I don't know, for some more common unit category. I think it's definitely gonna make things a lot more better for even some of the older units, because some of the older unit definitely lacks that damage cap increase, which is definitely why it is kind of holding them back just a little bit. But I'm not gonna say that it is something that's revolutionary. It's definitely not. It's definitely still, the equipment is not really gonna make your unit 10 times better than they originally would be. But I think it's definitely into a good stepping stone, because some of the older units that people have invested into, now they can just kind of bring them out and use them again. So whenever we do get them for more common unit category, that's definitely going to be lit. Let's say for pro tags, for white Mubusu, Gundam type for example, like yeah, those are going to be really nice. Let's not even those. What about this prototype? A lot of units are on the prototype, so that would definitely be really good as well. Alright, and for the final result, let's see what we did. Wow, are you kidding me? We finished in 1 second faster, huh? Oh, I mean, I don't know. What do you want me to say? Is it any better? I think for the other unit, it was definitely maybe like a smidge better, or at least they were able to deal a little bit more damage by themselves. I definitely do see that. Johnny's Galagu did do a little bit less this time around, so yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But is it overall better? I think overall it is better, right? We cannot discredit that. I think having an equipment of this caliber is definitely really nice for sure. But other than that, do definitely let me know your result when you guys are trying out this equipment. Is it anything too groundbreaking for you guys, or is just kind of just pretty average for you guys? But other than that, that is going to be pretty much it for me, and I'll be catching you guys all on the next one.